Hey, it's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your reading for Sun, Moon, or Rising sign of Aquarius for November of 2020. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or NotSoMysticalTarot.com if you would like a personal or a private reading, or if you'd like to purchase the Not So Mystical Tarot deck, you may do that also. It's a general reading, so you'll want to watch your moon and rising sign for more information. If you don't know your moon and rising sign, I will put a link in the description where you can access that information for free. Okay? All right, Aquas, let's get started. What do we have for Aquarius? November 2020. We have got the Nine of Wands and the Lovers. Okay. I'm seeing here that you are apprehensive about some kind of a partnership. The Nine of Wands is like you're like, okay, I've come kind of far, and if I take that 10th stick, you know the card that you see where the person's bent over with all the sticks on their back and they're trying to hold them up. That's the 10. So like I think you're at this point of like, okay, I've got this partnership that I might be able, because this can be platonic, this can be work, this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but it could be. You'll know as you watch, as you watch this with your moon and rising, what's going on here. But it does look like you have an opportunity for a partnership, and you're kind of afraid. Like you're thinking, oh, I don't know, should I? I don't know. What do you think? You're kind of hemming and hawing. You're like, I've come a long way, and do I want to commit? I feel like you're a little bit afraid to make a commitment, and that commitment could be to yourself. Like, are you worth it? Are you worth it to follow your dream? Are you worth it? I don't know. I'm going to get one more card out of here because this one's kind of like sticking out and I'm playing with it, so it must be for us. Four of Pentacles. This is why you're worried, okay? Because you're like, what is this going to cost me? Is this going to be smart? And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. You don't want to miss out on something really magical though, because you're like afraid and stingy, okay? And now this card, I am not faulting the Four of Pentacles, because there's nothing wrong with being able to put your hands on your assets. There's nothing wrong with getting back to basics with your finances and knowing what's what. But if you truly have that under control, what's stopping you? Like, what is holding you back? That's kind of a question you need to ask yourself. Why am I paused right here? If I know where I'm going, and Aquarians, I'm one of you. We think a lot. So you've thought this out long and hard. So why are you stopping right now? What are you afraid of? And it's not money. I mean, that might be the excuse you use, but it's not that. It's not the money that you're afraid of. What is it? Two of Pentacles, losing your balance. Are you afraid of having to start over again? Because the Two of Pentacles is kind of about getting your balance and kind of starting over again. I hate to say this, but it's like, are you feeling like maybe just a little bit lazy? Like, I've come so far, and if I take this leap, will I be starting back at square one again? Will I be doing this all over again? Do I want to do that? Or the thing is, Aquarius, you're not happy unless you're learning stuff. You're not happy unless you're conquering something new. You're not happy unless you're trying something that nobody else is doing. You're not happy. So you can try to hold yourself back here with this nine, or even here, but either way, like I said in here, well, it'll be hard. I might have to start from scratch, but you know what? You're going to do what you do anyways. We all know that. So let's see what you get as far as this Lovers card. What do we get here with the Not So Mystical Tarot? Well, that's interesting. You get this Nine of Cups. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck, of course, because there's like pink to go cups. I mean, look at this. Look, this card, all I see is just confidence and self-love. Like, she's like, yeah, I'm pretty freaking awesome. And he's like, whoa, check you out. And she doesn't even see him. She doesn't even care. Not that I'm saying that she'd be bad if she did. I'm just saying she's kind of in her own world, just like she's kind of doing her own self-love thing, So like, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Maybe losing confidence in yourself? Maybe that could be a thing. I'm an Aquarius. I get that. You get a certain level of success and you're like, well, I don't want to put myself out there and look stupid. Like, what if I throw myself into something and I look like an idiot, right? But the thing is, by not doing it, you could be missing out on this. That's a pretty fabulous moment, that Nine of Cups. And why would you want to miss out on that, This is funny. Okay, so we're talking about the excuse we could have is this Four of Pentacles, like, I don't know, man, it's kind of dangerous. I don't know if I should do that. But what do you get to go with it? The Four of Wands, building a strong foundation. So this is kind of the deal, Aquarius. You can try to talk yourself out of whatever this next thing is that's coming for you, this November thing, whatever this opportunity is. You can try to talk yourself out of it and use a whole bunch of different ways to do that. But the thing is, you love the challenge of rebalancing yourself. You love that. You love the challenge. So you kind of can stop hiding in the hiding in the little sticks here, being afraid to move on, and then this partnership, or even 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 looking toward yourself for a little bit more confirmation. Because sometimes I think this Lovers card can be about loving yourself enough to like put the work in for you. But like you do want to miss out on this? I don't think you do. You don't want to miss out on this Nine of Cups, right? Because she's pretty awesome. And then you can avoid any kind of financial issue by making a solid plan, building a solid foundation before you leap into something. You can plan and make. I'm not saying just fly off and go crazy and don't do the background work, but do that background work and then do the thing. Okay, do the thing, Aquarius. Don't sit around and think about the thing that you could have done and wish you did and maybe should have done, but actually do that thing. Do that thing. Build the foundation. Get your finances straight. Build a good foundation. Trust yourself. Love yourself enough. Because Aquarians, we like ourselves enough to just be alone. Like, that's why this Lovers card is funny for us, because we're like, yeah, well, I like me. I could just be by myself. I don't really care. I don't mean like, not that I don't mean that you don't like want to be with like your husband, your wife, your partner, or your significant other. I don't mean it. I'm just saying we're okay with ourselves generally. Like, we can entertain ourselves like with the thoughts in our brains for years. We're just that way. But like, don't miss out, Aquarian. Don't just be stuck in your head and miss out on the fire parts of life, the good, fun. You've got the wands down here. You've got this stuff going on. Don't miss out on all this good stuff, okay? There's something really cool going on for you in November, but don't be afraid. Don't hang back because you're afraid that you might fail, or maybe you might look stupid or whatever. Just do it. Just do it, Aquarius.